The media coverage all in the rear-view mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Now a first carry here for their running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 2. Back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. In motion right, that's Metcalf. Now Lawrence to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Slot man moves right. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Lawrence will throw. That is caught by Laporta. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Now Lawrence. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick.
Now Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. In motion right, that's Metcalf. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. The slot man in motion right. Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Brian Thomas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
In motion goes the tight end. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Second and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Back to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Jags are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17, Shamrocks 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down. Because the first half certainly went their way, and I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan, but you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Lawrence. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From the 31, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Lawrence going to throw again. That is caught. Escapes the defender. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! Sam Laporta from 17 yards out. And the Jags will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
They'll set up a throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. 22 yards.
And the Shamrocks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that cuts the lead to 24-10.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And a throw right sideline is complete.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Jaguars are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Bowers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Shamrocks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Byron Young there on the stop.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Lawrence will throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Harrison Butler on the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man down the field, it's Bowers. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A big play there. 43 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
This 2nd and 4.
At the 14-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
Commissioner Goodell going to make the presentation as he hands that Lombardi trophy to the Jacksonville Jaguars. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on.